Ochanomizu is an area in Tokyo that is well known for its train bridge view as well as the second-hand musical instruments, skiing and snowboarding shops. However, I also think it is a great place to go shopping for stationery. So today I'm going to give you a tour of 3 stationery shops in the area which I think are worth adding to your Tokyo itinerary. If you're looking to capture the 3 train bridge view, you're going to leave the Ochanomizu station at the Hijiribashi exit. From here we'll head to our first stationery store. If you walk down the street running parallel with the station, you'll find our first stop, which is Lemoen Gasui. This shop has multiple floors of architecture model materials, but they also have a nice stationery selection on the ground floor. Even if you're not an architect or an artist, I think it's so fun to look at those model making materials, so after you check out the stationery on the ground floor, I'd recommend heading upstairs just to have a browse. There's a large sign on the side of the building, so you can't miss this store. They also had lots of racks of cards outside, so you know you're in the right place. On this ground floor, you will find an amazing range of art supplies, including coloured pencils and pens, gouache, other paints, pastels, chalks. Just about any art supply you could need, you're going to find in this very small section of the store, but it is very well stocked. This area is small but mighty. It is just packed to the brim full of art supplies, so really make sure you take your time to look at everything here. On these lovely wooden shelves you'll find a range of notebooks, letter sets, paper pads, pencil cases and all sorts of stationery items. Over by the window there is an amazing range of washi tapes all piled up. It all looks so amazing and so tempting. You could spend a lot of time here if you are a lover of washi tape. And I really didn't expect to find this much washi tape at an architecture model supply shop. Just behind us at the washi tapes there are more pieces of cute stationery as well as letter pads. They had a really good range of the clampy clips here, so if you're looking for them they had so many different colours here as well as other types of clips as well. So that's a very quick overview of the ground floor. On this side of the shop you can see the stairs up and there is a lift if you need level access. On the first floor they had more drawing materials, so you can see that they have very fine pens here for architectural drawing. They have all the tools you need to make very accurate architectural drawings, including compasses, rulers, protractors. Every single angle you can think of is covered here. They also have a range of coloured paper which you can buy by the sheet, and there are lots of different styles of paper here as you can see. It is somewhere you can just spend hours looking, touching and feeling all the little pieces of paper to find what works for you. The next floor featured foam board, cardboard and some really thick foam, as well as more supplies to cut and assemble all of these pieces together. It's so neatly organised, it's really lovely to look around. If you are looking for something specific, I did find that there was a member of staff on every single floor that you could ask for help from. The next floor had every size and shape of dowel that you could ever imagine, and it was more focused on the sort of environmental elements of an architectural model. So you're talking little people to put on the landscape, sort of all of these sort of floral embellishments to make trees, like little miniature trees, which are so cute. So it was really fun to have a look around this floor, and I just loved the colour of all of these sort of dried flowers and leaves. I also find it quite inspiring to walk around shops like this. Even if I'm not an architectural model maker, I'm thinking about ways I could use these materials in journaling or other art projects, so I think it's well worth having a browse around just to stimulate your imagination a little bit. Now that we're finished in Lemoen Gasui, we're going to head across the road. Just a few moments away is the next stop, which is Maruzen. Maruzen is a popular chain of bookstores and stationery stores, so this is a bit more sort of office feel with a touch of fun stationery as well. As you walk in, there is an amazing range of greeting cards, so if you're looking for something, you're sure to find it here. Make sure to check out the ends of the aisles because that's where they put little bits and pieces like these ink stamps and stickers. I don't know what this section will look like at other times of the year because, as I said, it was just before the new year, but I know that in Japan it's quite popular to release sort of April planners and mid-year planners, so I imagine it is just full of planners all the time. They did have some cute planners as well as more office appropriate planners. If you're looking for a Japanese pen, you're going to find it here. They have everything. They even had my favourite Emot fine liners down here, as well as click art pens. They had some paint pens, the zebra mild liners and other highlighters, as well as your regular black, red and blue pens for the office. They also have little pads of paper, so if you do want to test out the pens, you can give them a go. Here in this aisle we have rulers and correction tape and fluid, scissors and other clips and handy things that you just need on your desk. They have loads of normal options as well as cute options. There's a huge range of post-it notes, dot liners and glues here as well. Towards the back corner of the store, there are all these different filing options as well as notebooks. Some of them are really cute. They're obviously aimed for children, but I think as an adult you can choose whatever you want, so you can pick these up if you like. I find in Japan that loose leaf paper put into a binder is a very popular study option. And here they have a huge range of the very, very popular campus notebooks. So you'll find the colour, the size, the style of the paper that you like here. There just seems to be an endless amount of notebooks, and I really love these teeny tiny ones. They're so adorable. They do also have brands like Rhodia and Life. And on this wall they had the range of Rollbarn, Midori and Traveller's Notebook as well. It's not immediately obvious, but they do have the covers right at the back there if you're looking for a leather cover. And at the front counter of the store they have lots of pens and fountain pens and, you know, those pricier things that are behind glass. Here there were a bunch of cute paper pads and post-it notes with characters and animals and things. They had a lot of pass holders because in Japan everyone loves to have a cute pass holder for their IC card. And they did have a range of washi tapes as well. It's a bit small, and I would recommend if you're looking for washi tapes that Lemon Gasui was the better store for that. At the end they have these spinning displays where they have lots of different types of stickers. And here are some fun origami papers. I was drawn to these bookplate stickers because I thought they were beautifully made with the foiling. I also really love these pouches in Japan with the mesh, and so they had them in a few different sizes and coloured zips here. I also find the correction tape obsession in Japan to be completely amazing. I've never seen more correction tapes in my life than I have in Japan. After leaving Maruzen, you end up at the opposite end of the train station, and we're going to head to the last store, which is called Tools Ochanomizu. It's just a short walk down this street here, again running parallel with the train line. And here we are at Tools. It is an amazing art store, but on the ground floor there is an incredible range of stationery. As soon as you walk in, you are just hit in the face with cute stationery, and it's so hard to decide where to start. I went to the pens just to have a little breather because I just couldn't choose where to go. Again, they have a great range here, lots of fun coloured pens and pencils as well as regular pens. and a little bit more of a focus on art pens, so you'll find more paint pens. Behind us here is the washi tapes, and the displays here are just so fun. They have a lot of examples available for you to look at, so you can make a very well informed choice about which washi tape to take home with you. I loved the display here. They have all of these little mini canvases on little easels showing you how to use the products that are on display. They had lots of inks here and some glass dip pens, as well as some Copic papers and some other Copic related items. I would say that not everything is sorted by category, so you will find some things mixed in, so it just means you have to spend a lot of time here looking at everything. In this section they had a lot of cute character items. You can see there's a lot of Miffy here, but lots and lots of cute things to look at. If you're looking for the Kita range of like little washi tape booklets, they had so many here, as well as lots of new releases. I personally love the little stamp shaped ones. They had these little matchbook stickers, and I'd actually saved this when I was browsing the Loft website, but it was out of stock there, so I managed to pick it up here. And I do sometimes have people ask me, why do I visit so many stationery stores? And it's because you just don't know what you'll find. Like, I had saved that page from Loft like months and months ago, so they no longer had it in the stores or on the web store. But coming to a smaller independent shop like this, they might still have it in stock, so it's always worth visiting the smaller stationery stores. They had a really cute Copic pen gacha here, but I didn't end up rolling it, which I kind of regret. They had a small section dedicated to more kid-friendly stationery with the cute glue that is iconic. And here they have their rubber stamps and ink pads. These clear stamps have gotten really popular recently. Also here with the stamps they had hole punches of different shapes and sizes. And lots of ink down here to choose from. I find that a lot of ink brands are Japanese, so they have such an enormous range of different ink pads here. In the notebook section, they had a range of roll barn notebooks, as well as the Midori cream paper notebooks. This cover was so cute, but I'm just personally not a big fan of spiral bound notebooks. Here is a start of more art-focused supplies, so we have brush pens and other kinds of pens that you would use for different drawing styles. And just to note that this is the ground floor, there is a whole nother floor upstairs with even more art supplies. On this back wall they have the full range of Copic markers, which are just so lovely to look at. I love the rainbow. Here we have more pens and inks and sort of loose leaf paper, I think, for manga drawings. And these super cute tiny little boards that you could do little calligraphy or art pieces on. Like at Lemon Gasui, they had these loose sheets of paper in lots of different colours. And finally, let's head upstairs to take a look at more of the art supplies. On the right hand wall here, there are lots of books as well as notebooks. There's a range of the Toyo steel toolboxes and some cool vintage stickers you could put on them. The way that they've arranged the shelves here is sort of every medium has everything you would need to use it. So you would have the drawing materials as well as the appropriate sketchbooks or other tools that you need to do those activities. These Japanese watercolours are very popular but quite expensive overseas, so you can pick up a palette here or individual colours. And they have the watercolour sketchbooks, the blocked paper right next to the watercolour supplies. Here they have their range of coloured pencils, they have gouache, they have acrylic, they have oil paints, they have spray paint. Every kind of paint you could imagine is here. If you are travelling here from overseas, just double check what you're allowed to take back in your luggage, as some materials like solvents and those aerosol cans are not allowed to be taken on the plane. So that's it for the upstairs art supply area. I'm going to head back downstairs and do a little bit of shopping. I always film first and then do my shopping, so it means I get to see everything and then go back and choose the things that actually caught my eye, so I don't end up overspending. Although I do spend probably a bit too much when I'm traveling in Japan because everything is just so tempting, as you can see. If you want to see what I bought from the shops here, I will have a video with a haul of everything that I bought in Japan up on my channel, so keep an eye out for that. And I have many more Japanese stationery stores to share with you from my travels, so please do make sure you're subscribed so you get notified when I share those videos. I hope this video has inspired you to add Ochanomizu to your next Tokyo trip, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.